Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a little bit of fun repotting with Sansevieria. So this Sansevieria is a new one to me. I love Sansevierias. They're one of those things that is a low care plant. It's low light tolerant, prefers high light, but tolerant of low light. So when you bring it inside for the winter time, if you put it outside during the summer, you can just put it in a corner and kind of forget about it. And it does just fine. It's very forgiving. You can't not water it, but it doesn't want to be watered all the time. If you water it too much, you'll rot it out. So, learn that from experience. So anyway, this one here is an interesting one. You'll look at it and you'll say, oh, well that's a cylindrica, which I brought a cylindrica and just to show you the difference. This one is a Sansevieria bacularis. So it looks like a cylindrica, and it's probably a cousin of the cylindrica, except the cylindrica has a completely round leaf. From what I notice, and then this one here has a little bit of a little cupping in the center, so it has a it's not a completely round leaf. So I bought this one. Was it last year? I think it was last year. I think I bought it in the spring, and it went outside and it stayed all summer long out there. And this is where the growth that came with the pot stopped. So it has grown considerably. It's got all kinds of new shoots, and it's just growing beautifully. So the big difference, okay, two big differences for me with between the bacularis and the cylindrica is the first one being, I don't know whether you're able to see this, the new growth sheaths. The sheaths have a purple hue to them. When they come out of the ground, they've got a purpley hue. I hope you're able to see that. So that's a big difference when you're looking at a smaller plant. The new sheaths have a purple tone to them. We'll look at the regular cylindrica in a second. And then the other one is these are much more straight. So with the cylindrica, you'll notice that they grow kind of crazy, wonky, and all over the place. And for me, I think it's cool. But I don't have the space for that, and when I put it anywhere, it seems to be in the way, and they're very pokey. So I've been poked in the face. I've been poked in the chest when I go to water. It's always in the way because this plant here is about 4 feet across. So I have it in the upstairs living room, and it's kind of by the television. So I had to rotate it so that the spikes wouldn't be in the way of viewing the television. It's just a whole thing. But it's a cool plant. It flowers. The cylindrica flowers once a year for me, it seems. This one hasn't bloomed yet, but hopefully it will. So let's look at the regular cylindrica, and you'll see what I'm talking about with the difference. Look at this. I think it's so pretty how it kind of has a little delicateness. Outside it will kind of blow in the wind a little bit. Where the cylindrica is seemingly much more sturdy. This is my cylindrica. It's gigantic. Like I said, it's about 4 feet across. It grows in a fan shape. So it's just all over the place. The roots also grow in that fashion. The roots, if you have it in a plastic pot, you'll notice that the roots will also grow wider. You'll turn your pot oval. So yeah, this is the cylindrica. I don't have any new growths, so I can't show you the sheaths, but this one does not have purple sheaths. This one you would not notice the new growth as readily. Well, you'll always notice new growth. What are you talking about, Bill? But it's just green. It's just green. So today we're going to pot the bacularis into this pot. It's a lovely pot. Originally $20. It was, I think it was on for $5 for a clay pot, a glazed clay pot. I think this is outdoor friendly as well, so I can keep it outside all the time. I'm not going to do that because it's going to be a Sansevieria and they don't like winter. I'll kill it. So yeah, it's going to come inside. But in the summertime, they go outside and they love it, and they grow beautifully. But yeah, just taking off this price tag. Sorry, I should have done that before the video started. Bill should have done so many things before the video started. So anyway, we're going to pot it into this pot. This is going to give extra weight. This, I believe, can get to be 5 feet tall. I'm not 100% sure. it was hard to find good information about it. It just usually gives general Sansevieria care because they're all kind of the same. So trying to find growth on these, it was difficult because they're compared heavily to a cylindrica. So anyway, that being said, we're going to pot it up. I'm going to use the Pro Mix high porosity. I'm not going to do anything special to it. The high porosity is a really good fast draining mix, so that these guys can breathe and dry out quickly, because they don't want to be moist. Like I said, root rot is a big thing. So yeah, I'm just going to dump. I have a little bit of excess stuff from the garden center that was in the pot. Dump that out on the side here, and get my scoop. Let's put a piece of paper towel in the bottom. Always seem to put a little piece of paper towel in the bottom. Let's bring you down and look at the pot, and we'll pot this thing up. Fingers crossed it does well in its new home. Okay, so I keep forgetting to turn my camera on, so my bad. Anyway, I've got the soil in there. I brought it up to a level where I can put the plant in the pot, and there's maybe about an inch from the top of the old soil level to the top of the pot. There's about an inch of space. That way, when I water it, it's not going to the water's not going to pour out all over the place. These actually feel a little bit more rough than the cylindrica as well. There's a texture to them. I can't quite place it. So yeah, very interesting. You're able to see here. There's excuse me. I'm still getting down from a cold. Getting better. You can see here the purple from the sheath that is the telltale of the bacularis. So it's got a nice root system. I don't need to go crazy and break it all apart. It's not too bad. It's not crazy root bound. So I'm just going to kind of leave it, and we're just going to backfill into there. It's a simple process when you don't have to really go crazy. I just wanted to move it out of its plastic pot because it was getting to the point where the leaves were getting tall, and the plant would just start flopping over. I wanted to give it something that was weighted so that it can do its thing and feel secure, not have to worry about breaking any leaves off, tipping over and in the wind, especially outside. Inside it's not going to be as big of a problem because this one stands, like I said, more straight up and down. But outside, with the wind, we get a lot of wind in my area, it would be very prone to tipping. Plants like to feel secure. If they fall over all the time, it's going to go into a little bit of a shock. Might not kill them, but it might slow them down. Alright, so there we go. It's all planted up there. Fingers crossed it will like its new home. I think that it will. Let's bring the camera up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Actually, let's give it a little bit of a water. Usually I don't water these in beforehand, or after I repot them. I usually wait a day or two, but I didn't break any roots, so we should be fine. Alright, so this one doesn't need to be watered in heavily. Just going to dampen the soil. Let the water flow through the bottom. And yes, again, you don't need to water Sansevierias too often, but just monitor them. You want to let them dry out completely before watering them a second time, or watering them again. And yeah, let's bring it up. Okay, so there we are. It's all planted up. It's looking pretty nice in its pot already. I like the way that it kind of looks like a rush to me, like a cattail or something. Just really, really has a lot of movement to it. It's so pretty. I can't wait to see this grow outside over the summertime. So I hope that it likes its new pot. Show me what you're growing. I'd love to see your Sansevierias. There's so many different varieties out there. What one is your favorite? Post a photo to the Plants and Things What's Growing page. Maybe some of your tricks to success. I know that they don't take a lot of care, but they do prefer a lot of light. So if you give them the right care, they could be pretty nice plants. So anyway, maybe in the future I'll do just a Sansevieria video on all of the Sansevierias that I have at the moment. I think that would be kind of fun. I keep kind of wanting to do that. I've been trying to do that for Instagram, but whenever I take a photo of an individual one, they just don't look right to me, so I haven't done it. but maybe in a video we can sit down and look at all of these beautiful Sansevierias. There's so many different types. I only have a couple. I think I might have 8 or 10 different varieties, but they're all so unique and very interesting, and I can't wait to find some more. So anyway, show me what ones you like, and until next time, happy growing, everyone.